more people make their travel plans, the need for passports is heating up. And we're here with Charlie Cobb from Expedited Travel, LLC, to talk about the long waits that you may be experiencing when waiting on your passport. So welcome, Charlie.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us, why are there these long waits?
Well, if you remember back in March of 2020, the Department of State shut down almost all passport processing. They didn't resume that passport processing until about the fall of 2020. So there was approximately 10 million passports that were not processed that were due to be processed last year. Along with that, there's also a huge pent-up demand for people who just want to get back on the road and start traveling again. So the combination of the two is causing a significant backlog with processing capabilities.
So what is the timeline like right now for someone who's processing their passport?
Currently right now, if you wanted to get a routine passport, it would take you approximately 18 weeks. And if you wanted to expedite it, it would be about 12 weeks. And that includes an estimate from the Department of State of about 6 weeks of mail time and delays related to mail service.
So with your service now, during the pandemic, what does your expedited process look like?
Our expedited process is about 4 weeks. We're seeing passports released in 4 weeks. We're able to avoid the 6-week mail delays, and so we're effectively getting customers their passports back within about 6 weeks.
That's wonderful. So this is a service that they can pay for. This is an expedited service, correct?
Yes, it is. It offers an expedited service in terms of giving the customer two benefits. One is the application process itself can be very complex, and we remove essentially all of the risk of having a suspended passport application because of an incorrect process or incorrect application being prepared. And then through our mail channels, we're able to facilitate the delay or minimize the delays in the mail process and get you your passport within 6 weeks.
So who should think about getting their passport now?
I mean, obviously we're in the business of passports, so we're a firm believer that everyone should have their passport, especially with the Real ID Act coming down the road soon. The passport is the ultimate Real ID.
Sure.
And so we recommend everyone get their passport, but if you're looking to travel internationally, you need to get a passport, you need to start planning ahead, and you need to make sure that you've got at least 6 months of validity on that passport. The COVID restrictions and travel restrictions are changing daily, and there are exceptions to every rule, but generally 6 months is about what people are needing to be able to travel on the passport.
And so if you're new to international travel and haven't had a passport before, if you're planning for 2022, is now the time to go ahead and get that passport started?
Now is the time. In fact, if you haven't already started thinking about that process now, depending on when your travel is in 2022, you may be late. Because with 18 weeks, that's a long time. So we want to make sure everyone's looking at getting a passport. The other reason why getting a new passport is a challenge is because the passport acceptance agencies, which is the government agency that looks at all your documents to make sure that you are who you say you are, is required for a new passport, and getting an appointment with them is very challenging at the moment.
So there are two different expedited processes, one that you can do right through the State Department, and then a second one that is through a company like yourself. So tell us, what is the difference there?
So the main difference between using a company like ours is an example I would give about doing your taxes. One of the primary customer experiences that you have with the government is doing your taxes. You can either choose to do them on your own, or you can choose to hire an accounting firm to help you. We are sort of the accounting firm for the passport processing. Our application wizard allows you to ensure that your passport is completed correctly. We avoid mail delays by the shipping services that we use, and we are part of a program with the Department of State that allows us to hand carry or submit those passports for special consideration to get those passports more quickly.
So if I'm coming up on renewal, can I use a service like yours to help me with that renewal process and getting my passport back quicker?
Absolutely. Again, the application process that we have makes sure that it's seamless, it's easy. You can do it from the comfort of your home or office. There's no adjudication requirement for an adult renewal, which basically means that we can help cut the government check for you. We can look at your passport photo, make sure everything is correct, and we can actually do a detailed review of the application before it's submitted. And we love passport renewals. They're one of our sweet spots.
So with family travel on the rise, do you guys help with the children's passport, and how does that differ from an adult passport?
A child's a little bit more complicated. So our service, we process all passport types, but a child passport requires a little bit more attention. It requires both parents to be there, or for an affidavit to be signed for one parent to be in attendance. But a child passport requires adjudication from a government agency like the clerk of the court or the U.S. Post Office. And so there's a little bit more complicated requirements for that one, but we still do that. Our application wizard is set up for all of those requirements, and we assist you in making sure that you can complete that passport. A child passport is a 5-year passport, like I said, and then when that child gets ready to renew their passport, it's not really a renewal, it's considered a new passport or a new child passport, so it's not a renewal.
So Charlie, when it comes to passports, what is one thing you wish every traveler knew?
The main thing I wish every traveler knew is that I wish they knew that AAA could help you get your passport. I feel like a service like ours is badly needed, and we significantly reduce the headaches that the Department of State experiences with passport delays and processing, because we submit error-free passport applications, and AAA can help with that with our service with AAA.
Well, thank you so much, Charlie. We really appreciate your time today. And again, if you're thinking about international travel, now is the time. To find out more, visit us at AAA.com/Traveler360.